Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Monday, the 12th of May. What a day, what a day. That said, not the easiest of days to trade and to navigate. So, you know, first gap up last night on futures when we knew there was some type of deal. Second gap up on the announcement of tariffs being pulled back to 10 to 30 and 30% respectively. And we get a very strong inside day here inside the overnight candle in the market. And you'll notice here is one, we talked about levels to watch. We talked about 575 and 573 this morning. We didn't get to either one of them. We're sitting here at the 582.56 mark. This is important. This is the 5% pullback. We came into it overnight. We've stopped. We came into it here today. We've stopped. That's the level to get above. But if you're a bull, you got to love how well we're holding this gap, really holding this gap nicely. We'll see. Get above here, and once you get above this level, you can start working your way back up to the 3% pullback and then up into this 596 area. So, 594. We'll see where the market wants to go. But overall, market is strong. We talked about now for weeks how constructive this chart has looked, and we got the big move. That doesn't mean we're just going to explode higher right away, but we'll see. Overall, strong market. So let's talk about today. And as I pointed out to you guys, there's things to do. Last night I came on at 6 o'clock, took a quick trade on the ES, and then I went home and I held overnight the micro ES and a contract on the ES, the 5800s, both of which sold in the overnight at the high levels I put them on that big pop, which was wonderful. Came into money today. If you didn't come in holding things, it was not the easiest of days to trade. That said, names like Uber are holding well. Here, new all-time highs. Thank you, Chris, for noticing that. The financials today, not doing much. Energy, same thing. IWM, you got it all. We're kind of just hanging out. Biotech, XBI up leading today. Why? Unclear. But Trump came out today and he announced his executive order to reduce drug prices by 30 to 80%. This is good for the consumer. This is good for Medicare and Medicaid. This is not so good for the drug companies. It means they're going to have to charge other countries more to keep their profits. Be interesting to see how they navigate this. But overall, good for us here in America. That's nice to hear that. Um, Lilly, very strong response off of that, by the way. What else? I came and did some trimming today. I took off half my SPY. Remember, I bought SPY halfway through this candle here back then. I trimmed half of it up here. Why? Because it's a big move. I did the same thing with the Qs. Why? Because it was a big move, and I did the same thing with Nvidia, right? Nvidia buy looking great. I didn't sell any Amazon. My AMD is still covered, and I didn't sell any of my IBIT. So continuing to let that ride. You take that aside today, Nvidia, nice move, holding in well. AMD, if this holds, will likely get called away, but it's a month out yet, plenty of time. A lot can change. I'm not worried about it. But a little weaker here. Avgo had a nice day, still looking strong. Hood, which had been a leader, not the best of candles. Same thing with Palantir today. I'm sitting in some Tesla calls for next week. I've traded Tesla 3 times today. I'm probably slightly red here on it right now overall on those trades, but it's just not an easy day to navigate. You had to be in the right names, and the right name today was Meta. Meta, nice big move, strong off that down and right back into the highs. Google also showing some strength today in tech. Not reading too much into today. I think today was a good day overall. The market's good. We even saw names like Roku wake up. Roku wake up. Okay, if I could type. Roku wake up with a nice move up there, and even Affirm after that nasty report came back and filled that gap. So with that said, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I am overall still bullish on this market. Doesn't mean we might not get some games and a little bit of pullback, but overall, I'm looking for places to get long. I'm not thinking shorts, and I said that to you guys today. Today was not a day to be looking for shorts in this market unless we got some really bad selling news. Catch you guys in the morning. I hope you guys all had a wonderful day. And, there'll be easier days to trade than this. Big gaps are always most difficult.